Yes, guys. So in today's video, we'll be going to discuss about FEMA related all the questions, as well as let us also try to revise instead of we just seeing okay, what is this answer, what is this answer. Wherever it is required, let us try to revise the FEMA provisions as well. And in this video, I'll be trying to cover all, I think at least 8 attempts ka past question paper ka questions on FEMA, as well as RTPs, MTPs, model test papers, and ICAI, the booklet, the question MCQ booklet. So all these things I'll be trying to cover. At least of 7 to 8 attempts are there. If I'm not wrong, there are easily 50 plus questions. And I'll also give a link to download this particular PDF. You guys can download it and you guys can have it. Yeah. So as I told you, wherever it is needed, I'll also explain you so that there will be a quick revision as well. So let's start without any delay. The first question, people. Kite Sports Academy, a private coaching club, provides coaching for cricket, football and other similar sports. It coaches sports aspirants pan-India. It also conducts various sports events and campaigns across the country. In 2022, to mark the 25th year of its operation, a cricket tournament is being organized by the Kite Sports Academy in England in the first half of the April. The prize money for the winning team was $40,000 and for the runners-up it was $11,000. You are required to choose the correct option from the 4 given below. What is that? First thing, you are required to choose the correct option given below, which signifies the steps to be taken by the Kite Sports Academy for remittance of the prize money of $51,000 to England, keeping in view the relevant provisions. First one, what is that? First thing, people, if you guys remember, so first thing, it comes under your schedule 2. So should I take RBI approval? Not required. Is it should I take any central government approval? So for this thing, people, we know for a fact, if you are a state, national or international sports body, then you can spend any amount. There is no limit as such. But if you are anyone other than state level, national level or international level sports body, then people, the maximum you can spend is people 1 lakh USD. Anything beyond that, you need to take the approval. But less than that, people, not required. In our given question, what is the amount they need to spend abroad? They want to spend $51,000 abroad. So should I really take any approval here? Answer is no. No approvals are required. The answer is, people, for remittance the prize money $51,000, the Kite Sports Academy is not required to obtain any prior permission from any authority. That's the reason, because up to 1 lakh I am authorized to do. Okay, next one. Amit, an Indian resident during the financial year 21-22, decided to pursue higher studies in biotechnology, Switzerland. On 15th July 2022, he left India to begin his 2-year academic program. He left in 2022. The determination of Amit's residential status under FEMA for the financial year 22-23, 23-24 is crucial to understand the obligations and entitlements. First thing, people, he left for 2 years. He left in July. That means what? Whenever we have a RBI clarification that is issued, whenever a person is traveling for the purpose of education, higher studies, from such a students will be considered as people, person resident outside India, NRI, whatever you can call it as. They will be considered as person resident outside India. So for the 22 as well as 23-24, such persons residential status will be PROI. Next one, in terms of financial requirements, Amit needs $25,000 annually to cover his tuition fees. Current account transactions allowed, right? LRS up to $2.5 lakh I can take. Additionally, he requires $30,000 annually for incidental expenses and living cost. 30 plus 25, $55,000. Absolutely fine, you can take. Thus, his total annual requirement amounts to $55,000, making it imperative to assess the provision under FEMA that govern the remittance. On the basis of above facts, by applying, answer the following MCQ. What is that? What would be Amit's residential status for 22-23? What is it? NRI. See, technically he's a PROI only. But remember, because he's an Indian citizen, they have not given us the option of PROI. I'm going with the near option applicable, that is NRI. Yeah, so there is nothing wrong there. That's absolutely fine. It's still fine. It's still one and the same. He is still considered as NRI. What would be Amit's residential status? This also we saw NRI only. Suppose now Amit wants more money for his living cost abroad. What is the maximum amount that he can remit abroad per financial year? How much has he already exhausted? $55,000. How much more I can do? $1,95,000 because everything comes under LRS, right? Hello? Yes or no? Okay. The next one. Sneha, a resident of India, wants to invest her savings. She considers buying shares of US-based company to benefit from the growing tech market. She is unsure if such investment is allowed under FEMA. Is it allowed? Yes, allowed. No? Yes, such investments are allowed. No problem. Rahul, a resident of India and an horse racing enthusiast, earns 5 lakh as prize money from an international horse racing event held in Dubai. He wants to remit this amount to his personal foreign bank account for future international race entries and training. He consults his bankers to confirm if this transaction is permissible. We know people under Schedule 1, there is something called as prohibited transactions. So under Schedule 1, so when you guys are referring to FEMA people, this table is very important, right? Whatever the 3 schedules are, these schedules are very important. Maximum questions will be here only, correct? So, sir, it comes here, horse racing not allowed, prohibited transactions. When you're trying to write, if it's, of course, it's an MCQ question, if not, try to quote the schedules also. It will have much more weightage, right? Okay. It's a prohibited transaction. That's the answer. Answer is B. Okay. No, as remittance of income from racing, riding or any other hobby is prohibited. Mr. X had resided in India for less than 182 days during the financial year 22-23. He arrived in India on April 1st, 2023 to conduct business and intends to leave the business on April 30, 2024 with plans to depart from India on 30th June 2024. What is X's residential status for the year 23-24 under FEMA? Also, how many days did Mr. X stay in India during the financial year 23-24? So people, this question, it is important. Try to remember. I'll tell you why. Yeah? Now it is very simple, right? Whenever a person is coming into India for those 3 purposes, here it is very clearly given. He has come into India to conduct business. Correct? So he has come into India to conduct business on April 1st. And I think he has done business till April 30th next year. So in the 23-24, of course he has stayed every day, people. So his residential status will be, he will be resident. He has stayed for the entire year. So 365 days. Next one. After 5 years of stay in USA, Mr. Umesh came to India at his paternal place in New Delhi on October 25, 2021 for the purpose of conducting business with his 2 younger brothers. Rajesh and Somesh contributed a sum of 10 lakh as his capital. Simultaneously, Mr. Umesh also started a proprietary business of selling artistic brassware, jewelry, etc. procured directly from the manufacturers based at Moradabad. Within a period of 2 months after his arrival from USA, Mr. Umesh established a branch of his proprietary business at Menosta, USA. You are required to choose the appropriate option with respect to residential status of Mr. Umesh and his branch for the financial year 22-23 after considering the applicable provisions. Simple, no people. 22-23, he has come into India on 25th 2021 for conducting the business and he has been in India only. So for 22-23, his status, because he has come into India for those 3 purposes, employment, business or any uncertain period which we don't know the purpose. So here he has come for business. So he will be treated as what? He will be treated as PRI only. And next one, what is the residential status of the the company. What is the residential status of the office, branch or agency? So people, even if it is situated in India, it is a PRI. If it is situated outside India but controlled by some person who is a PRI, in our case he is a PRI, he is controlling the branch or agency or office which is situated outside India. Even such branch will also be considered as PRI only. Correct? What is the law? Any branch or anything which is established in India will be a PRI. Next one is if it is established outside India but the control is with PRI, still that office or branch will still be considered as PRI itself. So in this case, both are considered as PRI. Yeah. Umesh and his branch are both PRIs. In September 2021, Mr. Purushottam Saha visited Atlanta as well as Athens and thereafter London, Berlin for a month-long business trip, for which he withdrew foreign exchange to the extent of USD $50,000 from his bank, New Delhi. In December 2021, everything is same. This is in September 2021. This is in the year December 2021. He further withdrew $50,000 from SBI and remitted the same to his son who was studying in Toronto. Next one, Jan 2022, he sent his ailing mother Savita for specialized treatment along with his wife Ms. Rashmi to Seattle, where his younger brother was residing. For the purpose of his mother's treatment and to help Pranav, he requested his bank to remit USD $75,000. When was this? Jan 2022. Okay. In Feb 2022, Pranav Pawan's daughter Devanshi got engaged and she opted for destination marriage to be held in August 2022. While on a trip to Dubai in last week of March 2022, he again withdrew $35,000 to be used by him and Devanshi for meeting various trip expenses. Later, the event manager gave an estimate of $2.5 lakh for the wedding. Okay. If any. Okay, Mr. Purushottam Saha withdrew foreign exchange on various occasions from his bank in India. In respect of the withdrawal, so we need to say which one is correct. What is correct, people? Okay. First of all, in 21-22, how much money has withdrawn? $50,000. This is another $50,000. That is $1 lakh plus 1,75,000 plus 35. That is how much? 1,80,000, 2,10,000. This is going to come in the next year. So he has withdrawn only $2,10,000. This is covered under LRS limits. So does he have to take any RBI approval? Absolutely not. So we just have to check that. If that is the case, we need to write the same. In our case, all these are wrong amounts and is going with this. That is what they have given. So I do not have to require any prior approval. Akash Ceramics Limited, an Indian company, holds a commercial plot in Chennai which it intends to sell. Measures Super Seller, a real estate broker with its head office in USA, has been appointed by Akash Ceramics Limited to find some suitable buyers for the said commercial plot in Chennai, which is situated at a prime location. Measures Super Seller identifies Glory Estate Inc. based out of USA as a potential buyer. It is to be noted that the Glory Estate is controlled from India and hence is a PRI under the applicable provisions of FEMA. A deal is finalized and Glory Estate agrees to purchase a commercial plot at the rate USD $6 lakh. According to the agreement, Akash Ceramics is required to pay a commission at the rate of 7% of the sale proceeds to Measure Super Seller for arranging the sale of commercial plot to Glory Estate, and commission is to be remitted in USD to the head office of Measures Super Seller located in USA. Considering the relevant provisions of FEMA, which statement is valid? What has happened, people? There are some plots, it seems. The plots have been sold. There has been an agent abroad. We need to pay him commission. What is the maximum we can pay? See, that is what I told you. The questions will either be revolving around this. So schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3 is that important. Now in schedule 3, they are asking a question about what? They are talking about the maximum commission I can pay for sale of commercial or residential plots. How much I can pay? I can pay an amount which does not exceed $25,000 or 5% of the inward remittance we got. What is the inward remittance we got? We got 6 lakh USD into 5%. How much ever? 5 6 are 30. So people 30 USD or 25,000 USD, whichever is higher. What is the maximum I can pay? 30 USD I can pay. Whereas, how much are they proposing to pay? They are proposing to pay 7%. 7% is how much people? 6 sevens are 42, right? So, sir, they are proposing to pay 42,000 USD. Is it allowed? Definitely no. Simple. Yes. So, 42,000 USD. Is it allowed? I need to take the prior approval of RBI because it is going beyond the limit. Up to that, no RBI approval required. Next one, Mohita Periodicals and Match Publications Limited, having registered office in Chennai, has obtained consultancy services from an entity based in France for setting up a software program. So, consultancy services for software program. What is the maximum we can pay? 1 million USD. The consideration for such consultancy services is required to be paid in foreign currency. The compliance officer of Mohita Periodicals and Match Publications, Ms. Ritika, requires your advice regarding the forex that can be remitted for the purpose of obtaining consultancy services from abroad without prior approval of RBI. Out of the following 4 options, which is correct? What is correct, people? $1 million is correct. Correct, 1 million. Hey, 1 million means how much? $10 lakh. Next one, HBL Private Limited, because what is the answer, people? If it is, what is that? Any consultancy services, the maximum we can pay is $1 million. If it is infrastructure related, people, then if we are paying the consultancy services for that, the maximum we can pay is $10 million. That is nothing but 1 crore USD. HBL Private Limited is a project engineering, procurement and construction company. The company has bagged a contract from the government of state of Tamil Nadu for construction of water dam. The company has involved a project consultancy firm situated in Netherlands for preparing techno-economic feasibility report to enable it to start construction work of dam. See, infrastructure only, no? The company had paid 7 lakh to the vendor of Netherlands. The company also availed the services of software company situated in UK for the migration of its accounting software from Sept to Oracle, for which the company had paid 2 lakh USD to the software company. Okay, considering the provision of FEMA, which of the mentioned below is right? Which one, people? See, there is a problem here. What is that? Look at the question. What does the question say and what does the answer say? You know, generally the students will be asking, sir, what is the logic behind the moderation? When will we get the marks in moderation? See, this is supposed to be either you have to mention it here, 1 more 0, 1 more 0. But here it is mentioned as 7 lakh and 2 lakh. If you mention it as 7 and 2 lakh, both are valid only. Yeah, so there is a mistake in mentioning the zeros, unfortunately. But the answer says what? So technically you are supposed to add 1 0 here, you are technically supposed to add 1 0 here. That makes it 7 million, this is 2 million. For infrastructure, you can pay up to 10 million only. 7 is allowed. This I can maximum pay is 1 million. So 2 million is not allowed. That's why they have taken the answer as B. 7 million without approval. 2 million only after RBI approval. But technically, if you ask me, the numbers given in the question is wrong. Okay. Ms. Shalini Gupta had enrolled her for management course for 3 years with IIM Ahmedabad. Out of 3 years, 2 years of educational course would be provided at the campus of IIM Ahmedabad and 1 year of educational course would be provided at University of Auckland under student exchange program. Ms. Shalini Gupta is required to pay tuition fees of 10 lakh directly to IIM and USD 2 lakh to the University of Auckland. Ms. Shalini had left India on 20th August 2022 to complete her degree from University of Auckland. In the last month of final year of the course, she got an offer from one of the reputed companies situated in Auckland and had accepted and decided to work. On 1st September, Shalini had visited India for 30 days to meet her family, and on 1st October 2023, she had left India to carry on her employment. Considering the provisions, answer. Which of the following mentioned options correctly determines the residential status of Shalini Gupta? Simple people, whenever she left, she is leaving for the purpose of education only. So she will be treated as PROI. As long as she is there, she will be treated as PROI only. Sir, what about this 30 days when she comes to India? This 30 days that she is coming to India, people, she is not coming up to take up any employment, she is not coming up for carrying on any business or any uncertain period, nothing, no. She is just coming casually for a period of 30 days. So, she will still continue to be treated as PROI even in that 30 days time period as well. Remember, few students will get confused there also, but that is the, the residential status. Remember, important. So here what does it say? Shalini Gupta treated as a PRI. Okay, they say Shalini Gupta to be treated as non-resident for the financial year 23-24 and 24-25 as she left India for higher studies. Correct? Okay. TechWise Limited, an Indian company, wishes to make a donation of USD $36,000 for the creation of a chair in reputed educational institute located abroad. The company's forex earning during the previous 3 financial years amounted to 3.5 million. What action should TechWise take regarding the donation? What is the maximum we can donate, people? The maximum we can donate is USD 5 million or 1% of your 3 years forex earnings, whichever is less. That's the maximum we can do. Yeah, 1% of my 3 years forex earning or 5 million, whichever is less. In our case, what is the, how much we have inherited, people? I mean, how much we have, earned? We have earned, people, in our last 3 years 3.5 million. Then how much is 1%? 1% is, people, is $35,000. So can I do 36,000? Not possible. You can do it only after prior RBI approval. Without RBI approval, not possible. I hope this is clear. Yes, prior approval of RBI. Okay, Mr. Ramit, an Indian resident, wants to send a gift of USD 1,50,000 to his friend in USA and donate USD $90,000 to a charitable organization abroad in a financial year. He approaches his bank to remit the amount. What will be the correct course of action? People, remember carefully, this is the catch. Generally, what the students get confused with, they get confused with Schedule 3 and this particular provision. Schedule 3, whatever the list we just saw, this is only for people other than individuals. This donation. In our case, who is sending it? The person who is sending it is an individual. So that 1% condition will not apply to him at all. Then where will this come under? This will come under your LRS limit only. In your LRS limit, you can gift, you can donate, you can do everything allowed. Everything is possible. So in our case, can I do it? Yes, because 1,50,000 plus 90 is coming to $2.4 lakh, which is less than your LRS 2.5 lakh. Is this allowed? Yes, it is allowed. I don't have any problem. So the answer is the bank can process both transactions under LRS. Clear? Next one. Progressive Management College have introduced a Global Management Diploma course which is of 12 months duration. Out of 12, 11 months are held in India and rest of 1 month is for a foreign tour. Rudra Pratap is a principal of the college. After taking requisite permission from the competent ministry, the cultural tour program was chalked out and the team visited Malaysia, Singapore and all the places. Rudra Pratap's daughter Payal got admission in medical college situated in California, US. For fee and other expense, Payal needs US $225,000. Rudra Pratap contacted his banker to know the procedure for availing the forex. His banker properly guided him all the relevant procedure for availing the forex. Rudra Pratap's brother Saurya Pratap went to UK some years ago when he joined a company in managerial position. He intermittently visits to India and maintains a non-resident special rupee scheme account in Mumbai. He wanted to make a remittance of interest earned in his NRSR account and asked his banker for the required formalities. Based on the above facts, answer the following. For the purpose of cultural tours, approval of which ministry is required? Which one, people? Ministry of Human Resource Development, correct? Okay. Next one, for availing foreign exchange for studying abroad, which of the following option is correct? What people? Up to $2.5 lakh absolutely allowed under LRS. Even above is also allowed, people, provided I need to get a estimate from the university. I can get it also. The transfer for studying abroad is prohibited. For studying abroad requires parallel. Transfer for studying abroad requires parallel. The transfer for studying abroad do not require parallel of RBID. Correct? The remittance of foreign exchange for arranging a cultural tour for the students is an example of what? Capital account, current account transaction. That's all. Mr. A, an Indian national, desires to obtain forex for the following purpose. What? First one, remittance of US $50,000 out of the winnings of a lottery ticket. So how will you write your answer? See, first one, the provision will be what? As per Schedule 1. There are some transactions which are prohibited under FEMA and hence there cannot be money remittance allowed for the following purpose. So in the given case, whatever is a remittance for lottery winnings, $50,000 is a prohibited transaction and hence the person is not allowed to take up the same. Next one, USD 1 lakh for sending a cultural troupe on a tour of USA. Can I do it? Yes, I can do it, provided I need to have a prior approval from Human Resource HR. That is what we saw. Okay. Done. Next one, explain the meaning of foreign exchange as per the provisions of FEMA. What do you mean by foreign exchange, people? According to section 2N of FEMA, the foreign exchange means and it also includes foreign currency, deposits, credits, balance payable in any foreign currency, draft, traveler's check, letter of credit, bill of exchange expressed or drawn in Indian currency but payable in foreign currency, drafts, letter of credit, bill of exchange by banks, institutions or person of outside India but payable in Indian currency. Basically, these two are opposite. So this is a definition of foreign exchange. Remember and go. They may ask you. Next one, Mr. Amman has been diagnosed with a rare cardiac condition and plans to travel to US for specialized surgery. He seeks guidance regarding the necessary formalities and the maximum amount of foreign exchange permitted. What is that, people? The maximum, this will be covered under, people, that is your Schedule 3, but for individuals it will come under LRS limit of $2.5 lakh per year. So a person can claim that for any medical treatment abroad. Also, if at all you need any money beyond that, if you can submit a estimate given by that hospital where that particular treatment is supposed to be carried on, if you can get an estimate and if that estimate is beyond $2.5 lakh, even that can be allowed by your authorized person without having to ask RBI approval. So prior RBI approval is not required. If at all you can submit an estimate given by the foreign hospital And if it is 2.5, more than 2.5 lakh dollar also, it is still okay. I need not have to take RBI approval, provided if I get a estimate, and if I get a estimate from the hospital, and if I can submit it to the authorized person. That's my procedure, correct? Advise Mr. Arjun Verma and Naren Sharma whether they can get forex, and if so, under what conditions. Mr. Arjun Verma, a resident individual in India, intends to obtain forex of US $2 lakh for pursuing higher education. Is it allowed? Yes. Just now I told you, for the purpose of three things people remember: medical treatment, higher education, and emigration. If you can get a estimate from a foreign university, foreign hospital, or foreign embassy, that the cost is not sufficient, 2.5 lakh dollar is not sufficient. If you can get an estimate, people, and if you can get a clarification from them, then the country will allow you to take more than 2.5 lakh dollar without having to take RBI approval. So here, yes, it is coming under LRS only, 2 lakh dollar, it's okay. But even if it is beyond that, that is what you need to do. Mr. Naren Sharma, a resident individual in India, intends to obtain forex for a gift remittance of $25,000. Can I do it? Absolutely fine. Gifting is also allowed. Donation is also allowed. It comes under your current account transactions only. Allowed. LRS, yes. Next one, referring to the provisions of FEMA, state the kind of approval required for payment of commission of USD $20,000 on exports towards equity investments in joint ventures or wholly owned subsidiaries. Is it possible, people? Remember, Schedule 1, it comes under prohibited transaction. What is this? Let us imagine if I am exporting something, if I am transferring some goods. In return, I have to earn money. But instead of getting money, what did I tell? I said, don't pay me money. In return, give me some equity shares. So instead of getting money back, I said, give me equity shares. So that means what? As a country, I did not earn forex at all. But someone has helped me to make this sale. So I want to pay some commission to them. So when I have not even earned $1 as exports, but I want to pay commission, why will my country allow? That's what they are telling you. When you had an opportunity to earn money, but you said no, and you asked for some investments, that is, you asked for some shares rather, now you cannot ask for any dollars for paying it as commission. We will not allow it as a country. So it comes under prohibited transaction. So this is not allowed. Explain the meaning of the terms. What is that? One is authorized person, one is currency. Who are authorized person, people? There are three people considered as authorized person. Who are they? The first one is called as authorized dealer, money changer, offshore banking unit. So these are the three people who are authorized by RBI to carry on the foreign exchange activity. Next one, currency. It includes currency notes, postal order, money order, check, drafts, traveler checks, letter of credit, bill of exchange, promissory note, credit cards, and such other similar instruments. Remember, people, in today's date, these definitions are very, very important from your exam point of view. Please read them and go. Very, very important from exam point of view. Clear? Mr. Pravesh, an Indian national, desires to obtain forex for the following purpose. What is that? 1,40,000 for studies, already covered, people. You can take it. LRS, absolutely fine. USD 10,000 for remittance towards hiring charges of transponders. Can I do it, people? Hiring charges of transponders. Now I need to know for what these transponders are. Transponders, I need to take the approval from information technology. That is very important. But I need to clearly know for which it is. If it is TV channels or internet service providers. If it is TV channels, then it comes under Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. If it is for internet, then it is Ministry of Communications and IT. So prior approval required even for $1. So that is my answer. Remember. So here I need to take the respective ministry's approval. Miss Prabha, a classical dancer of Bharatanatyam, wants to go to the USA for performance. In this connection, she requires Forex draw $50,000. Explain, Miss Prabha, the provision of FEMA. Cultural tours people, Ministry of Human Resource Development. Now it is called Department of Education and Culture. See, in all the answers, they have written it this way only. So I would also recommend you guys to write it in the same way. That is, write it Human Resource Development and in the brackets write down Department of Education and Culture. Printex Computer is a Singapore-based company having several business units all over the world. It has a unit for manufacturing computer printers with its headquarters in Pune. It has a branch in Dubai which is controlled by the headquarters in Pune. What would be the residential status under FEMA people? I told you, anything which is set up or situated in India, by default it will be considered as a PRI. And any unit outside India, but if it is controlled by a person resident in India, so here our Pune branch is controlling the Dubai branch, it will be considered as what people? PRI. So both are PRI here. Remember, residential status of person other than individual. Remember, so both will be considered as PRI. Okay, so this part, this 24, we'll see a little while later. I'll tell you why. Okay, 25. Referring to the provisions of FEMA, state the kind of approval required. A requires USD $5,000 for remittance towards transponders. We already saw. You need to first decide which one it is. Either it is Ministry of Information and Broadcasting or it will come under people Ministry of Communication and IT. Depending upon TV channels or it depends upon internet. B requires USD $2,000 for payment of related to callback services. Remember, it comes under Schedule 1. It is completely prohibited. Even $1 is not allowed because it is covered under Schedule 1. Next one, Miss Rose was an Indian citizen who got a job in software company in US. She went to US and stayed there for 12 years. During her stay, she purchased a house in USA for her residence. Then due to some personal issues, she moved back to India and joined a software company in India. As she had moved back to India, she let out her house in USA and deposited the rent in her account in US. Out of the amount, she purchased another house in US. Based on the facts, answer the following. What is that? Whether Rose can purchase the house in US and continue to retain it even after returning to India. Whether Rose can purchase another house in USA after returning to India. Always remember people, as per section 6 subsection 4, whatever money as a PROI, whatever you have earned, you're free to hold it, own it, invest it, transfer it. You can do anything, people. This is very, very important. What does it say? A person resident in India may hold, own, transfer or invest in foreign currency, foreign security, any movable property situated outside India if such currency, security or property was acquired, held, owned by such person when that person was a PROI or it was inherited from a PROI. So what does that mean, people? Whenever a person was PROI, I had a bank account or I had a property, I had a foreign security, I can continue to own them, I can continue to transfer them, I am absolutely allowed to do it even after if I come back to PRI. So this is the same case in the case of inheritance also, in the case of earning also. Now because she earned it when she was a PROI, she can continue to hold it even after she coming back. She can continue to earn. She can even further invest in other property also even after coming back. We don't have any issue. Remember. Yes, sir. And also there is a circular, right, which is given by RBI. What is that? The restrictions of capital account transactions does not apply on any property or an asset or a liability acquired by a person while he was a PROI or whatever he inherited from a PROI. So on that, these restrictions itself will not apply. So that is also right. So you can write both the provisions. Yeah. The company wants to give donation of USD 10,000 to an institution situated in US which provides technical support and training in the field of cutting and polishing of raw diamonds. This will help the company in guiding its own employees posted in US to get the requisite training. Refer and answer. What other people can I do it? Yes. How much? 1% or $5 million, whichever is less. Assuming this USD 10,000, I can write it with an assumption. Assuming the USD $10,000 does not exceed 1% of the company's 3 years forex earnings. Assuming, I can write it. And remember, what can I use the money for, people? Whatever I have earned through this, what can we use it for? We can use it for 3 purposes, right? One is for the purpose of creation of chairs in educational institutes. Next one, to contribute to the funds which is promoted by the educational institutes. The third one is, people, contribute to the technical institution in the field of activity of donor company. So for these 3 purposes, I can use the donation. And remember, it is not like 1% for every activity. All these 3 put together cannot go beyond 1%. So remember, from exam point of view, very important. Now what does it say? Okay, that is the answer. Mr. Rohan Sharma, an international cricket player, has started its cricket academy, namely Rohan Sharma Cricket Academy, a private coaching. Similar thing will apply. What? It cannot be beyond $1 lakh because you are a private coaching, right? The answer will be same. See, Rohan Sharma Academy is required to remit USD $2,000. Is it allowed, people? I mean, $2 lakh. Anything above 1 lakh, people, I cannot do it. If I want to do it, come back. Where does it come under? It comes under Schedule 2. Where does it come under? Yes, I need to take Ministry of Human Resource Development, Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, because it is going beyond $1 lakh. Correct? Remember. University of Oxford is one of the leading institutes of UK. In month of May 2024, they are planning a cultural event. The university has invited Kanika Tripathi and her group, an Indian artist, to perform in the event. Kanika Tripathi wants $75,000. Same thing, no, people. Ministry of Human Resource Development. 30. See, what do we say here? Kanika Tripathi, an accomplished classical dancer, has been invited by Oxford University to perform at a cultural event. She seeks to withdraw USD $75,000 for tour expenses. Same question, huh? Yeah? For tour expenses. What is the most likely restriction on the transaction under FEMA? So they have asked one MCQ. What do they say here? They have said answer is B. She can withdraw foreign exchange freely within the limits prescribed under LRS or relevant FEMA guidelines. That means what, people? In 29, in one of the attempts, they have said this is the right answer. You need to take under, tour expenses. So even $1, you need to take the approval from Ministry of Human Resource Development. I need to take the department's approval. But here they have said, whatever she is going abroad, she is trying to withdraw $75,000 as a travel expenses. Here they are telling that she needs to just take it under LRS limits, so it is freely allowed, no approval required. Name is same, amount is same, asked by our institute only, but we have 2 different answers. But sir, what do we need to write? Remember, people, generally, if I have to tell you in reality, how should we see? If a person is organizing a tour, someone is organizing a tour expenses, that will come under, people, Schedule 2. So I need to come under, because I am organizing a tour. For example, Anirudh organizes a tour. So now that will come under, people, your human resource. I need to take the department's approval. Now whereas, now let us imagine, now in that Anirudh's concert, there will be lot of people. Now one person is a drummer. He also wants to go and participate in that Anirudh's concert. Now, I am not organizing the cultural tour. I am just going and playing my drums part. Why will I also have to go and take the approval from human resource? Not required. I can go to that country under my LRS limit. Because I am not organizing that cultural tour. I can go with my own expense. The second interpretation is this. The first interpretation is if you are organizing the cultural tour. So when you are answering this question, please clearly see what they are trying to tell. If they are telling you it's a group, if they are organizing a cultural tour, or if it is just me who is going and perform there. So just check that one particular thing. Is this clear, all of you? Yes. So if it is an individual and no tour as such, I just have to go and participate my part, someone else is organizing it, then it will just come under LRS limits. Okay. Mr. Patel, a resident of India, wants to pay for his child's education fee in US. Decide whether the nature of transaction. Current account transactions, people, absolutely allowed. LRS. Murari Lal, a person resident outside India, has invested in 4 residential immovable properties under construction in Kolkata. Each property is negotiated at 2 crore with the companies owned by builders. This amount is to be paid in 2 installments as 60% on immediate basis on booking and the balance on possession of the property. The above transaction is done by companies owned by builders through 2 brokers from US. So we are helping to sell their home. Mr. Murari Lal, as per the terms and conditions, remitted 60% of the amount of all 4 immovable properties directly to the company. Answer the following. What? Whether investment by Murari Lal and payment of commission on this transaction, is it permissible? Okay. Next one, how much maximum amount of commission can be paid to each broker without RBI approval? So is it possible, people? So what do they say? They're telling you both things. Whenever you are investing in this, is it allowed? The answer is yes, it is allowed. Correct? So first one, Murari Lal, can he buy the property? Yes, they can buy the property. There is no problem as such. It will come under your capital account transactions. The next one, people, is can I pay commission? What is the maximum commission I can pay? $25,000 or 5% of the inward remittance, whichever is higher. That is the maximum I can pay, right? What is the maximum I can pay? $25,000 or 5% of the inward remittance, whichever is more. And it is always paid per transaction. Yeah, per transaction. Now, here, there is one clarification that the institute should have given. Now, how did they calculate this? They have calculated like this. See, they have taken 60% of 2 crore. How much is 60% of 2 crore? Because the one flat costs us 2 crore. Now, one person is paying 60% now, 60% later. Now, whatever you have paid, only on that I am eligible to get the commission. So, I got 60% of 2 crore and on that 60% people, I am allowed to pay 5%. So, that's what they have calculated here. USD $25,000 or 6 lakh, whichever is higher. Correct? And see here, this 2 crore, I am telling you, this is again our institute asked question only. Each property is negotiated at 2 crore. If you ask me, people, this 2 crore is our Indian currency. Correct? This is our Indian currency. So, here when you are giving a comparison, if you are giving a comparison, $25,000 into 100, how much will that come to? That will come to technically 25 lakh rupees. 6 lakh. This is the Indian currency. It is whichever is higher. But what did the law say? The 6 lakh can be paid to each broker as commission. Institute's mistake. If you look at the net effect is $25,000 is much more valuable than 6 lakh. Because the 6 lakh is in Indian rupees, not in dollars, right? But if you look at $25,000, if you take today's price, take 96 rupees, how much does it come to? It is well beyond 10 lakh rupees. So what am I eligible to get? I am eligible to get this. And second thing, it is always per transaction. So we can write an assumption assuming the all 4 flats as one transaction. Or should we take it as each flat as per transaction, because the law allows us to pay per transaction. The institute has taken the opinion of 4 flats forms one transaction. So I would rather say you have to write this answer with an assumption to be more safe. Clear? All of you? I hope you understood. According to me, this is a wrong answer. Okay. Ravi, an Indian citizen, works as a software engineer for international company. During the previous financial year, Ravi resided in India for 200 days. However, in April of the current financial year, he accepted a job offer in Canada and left India with a long-term work visa, planning to settle in Canada indefinitely. Analyze the residential status of Ravi for the financial year 24-25 as per the provisions. Simple, no people. During 23-24 he has stayed. So for 24-25, if you have left India for those 3 purposes, here they have clearly given he has gone out of India for the purpose of employment, right? Have they given? He accepted a job offer, so he has gone out of India for employment. Yeah, so he will be treated as PROI for the purpose of the year 24-25. Simple. Globacom Private Limited, a tech service company headquartered in India, plans to engage in several foreign exchange transactions. First one, it wants to send sponsorship funds worth $130,000 to support a private tech conference abroad organized by a non-governmental organization. Remit royalty payments totaling to $150,000 under a technical collaboration agreement for licensing software development overseas. Make a marketing payment exceeding $15,000 in a foreign print publication to promote inbound tourism. Sponsor several cultural exchange tours for college students for $80,000. The finance team must determine which transactions are permitted, which requires prior approvals, and which are prohibited. So keeping the above facts, answer the following. Related to the remittance of the amount mentioned for sponsoring a private tech conference abroad, which of the following is the correct option? Private tech people, it is freely allowed as it is just a promotion of trade, right? We don't have any problem as such. Above said royalty remittance under a technical collaboration agreement, which of the following is true? Same thing, right? Freely permissible. It is absolutely fine. We don't have a problem. Globacom has made 2 other remittances. Marketing payment $15,000 and cultural exchange tour sponsorship $80,000. Which of the following is correct option? Both 1 and 2 are freely permissible. 1 is allowed freely, 2 requires approval. Correct, right? This is, you need HR department, right? You need to take human resource. So 1 is freely permissible because it is again forming part of your business. So the answer will be what, people? 1 is freely allowed, 2 requires prior approval. I hope that is our answers. Correct. Next one, Skynex Limited Incorporated in India in 2024 is engaged in the manufacture of lithium batteries for 2-wheeler. The company markets its products domestically and exports to Mexico. During the financial year 2025, the company engaged in following transaction. The commission paid to the agent in Mexico for the sale of company's commercial plot in India to the tune of, so we have paid commission $50,000 against inward remittance of $950,000 from exchange earners foreign currency account. Examine whether the above transaction is exempt from the approval of RBI with reference to the relevant provisions of FEMA. Bob, a director at Skynex Limited, along with his wife, major son and father, purchased a property in Mexico holding equal share in the property. They collectively remitted USD 1 million during the financial year. Bob confirmed that all the family members complied with the applicable terms and the amount sent is within the limit prescribed for remitting funds to Mexico. Examine whether the Bob and his family members can remit USD 1 million. Is it allowed? Yes, people. Excuse me. So in this case, what is the scenario, people? What is the maximum allowed? We have already seen, people, the maximum I can pay is $25,000, or I need to take 5% of the inward remittance. So I need to take 9.5 lakh into 10% is how much? 95,000 into 5% is how much? 95 ka 5% is 42,500. So the maximum I can pay is 25 or 42,500, whichever is higher. They have paid 50, so definitely not allowed. 47,500. 47,500. Okay, but you do 9.5 lakh into 5%. I hope you guys understood what I have to do. So I need to see 47,500 or 50,000, whichever is higher. So of course, now I need to compare between 25,000 USD or 47,500, whichever is higher. I can maximum pay 47,500, but whereas how much the company has paid? 50,000. So the law says, people, if I have to pay this, I have to take prior RBI approval. Next one, what is that? Can I club the LRS, people? Possible for buying any security or opening any account or holding any property, provided you are all shown there as a co-owners of the same property. Then the clubbing of LRS limit is allowed. So then 4 people's LRS can be clubbed, provided they are shown as co-owners. Remember, allowed. Examine the given situations in the light of FEMA. Bhargav Limited had a total forex earnings of USD 12 million in the last 3 financial years. What is the maximum amount the company can donate without RBI approval? Take this into 1%, people. Preto, I mean this, or $5 million, whichever is lower. Preto Limited wants to make remittance 6% of investment brought into India. Does it need or RBI approval? So first one, you take 1,20,000 into how much is that? Maximum is 120 USD. Can I do it? Yes. Sir, 6%. What is it they're trying to tell you? Again, people, the question is here silent. They could have given, see what are they telling? They are asking, can Preto Limited wants to make remittance 6% of investment brought into India? It is little unclear, but what they are trying to tell you is about pre-incorporation expense. What is the maximum I can take back? Not exceeding 5% or USD 1 lakh, whichever is higher. So in our case, they are asking how much? 6%. So is it possible? No. Maximum is 5% or USD 1 lakh, whichever is higher. So I can't take 6, maximum is capped at 5%. Remember that. Or 1 lakh. StarTech, an Indian company, is planning to remit USD 12 million to a consultancy firm based in Germany for advisory services related to a new highway infrastructure. The company has also engaged another foreign consultancy for a software upgrade on a different projects and wants to remit 9 lakh for that service. Both payments are to be made from India. With reference to FEMA, can I do it or not? Remember, people, 12 million is not allowed, maximum 10 million for infra. Any other people I can give up to 1 million. This is just 9 lakh USD. So this requires prior RBI approval. This does not require prior RBI approval. OMX Software Private Limited is a private company and having its registered office in Bangalore and wholly owned subsidiary in US. Mr. Rajat, Shubham and Peter are directors of OMX Software Private Limited. Rajat, Shubham are Indian residents while Peter is a non-resident and stays in US. Peter is also a director in OMX Software Inc. Mr. Rajat left India on 2nd November 2021 for the purpose of looking after the business of OMX Software Inc. Mr. Rajat came back to India on 12th Feb 2022 to meet his family and left India on 26th Feb 2022 and went back to US to look after the business. Mr. Rajat again visited India on 25th August 2022 and stays in India for the whole year. OMX Software Private Limited had availed a consultancy service from companies situated in US for development of software for the purpose of rendering service to its customers situated in India. Mr. Rajat had purchased a residential property in US on 12th April 2022, which was self-occupied by him for his residential use. Considering the provisions, which of the following correctly determines the residential status? What is the residential status, people? He has gone out of India when he went out on 2nd November 2021 for the purpose of business. So from that day onwards, he is a PROI. So just check that particular thing. So 2023 is definitely a PROI only. So what is the answer? Where is it? Yes, sir. Rajat Kapoor to be treated as non-resident for 2023 since he left India for purpose of carrying on business. Yes, sir. Hello. And resident for the year 23-24. He has come back to India and he has stayed in India for that they have given you, right? Again visited India on 25th August 2022 and stays in India for the whole year. So he has come back in the year 22-23 and he stays for the whole year. So for 23-24, that means what? His 182 days condition is triggered, no? So if he still continues to stay, then for 23-24, I will become PRI. Considering the provisions of FEMA, how much amount can company remit outside India? How much can we remit, people? Depends upon what project. If it is what is that, software, right? It comes under 1 million USD, not more than that. Shivesh, an Indian national, desires to obtain forex for the following purpose. Remittance of USD 50,000 out of winnings on lottery ticket, not possible, prohibited. US dollar 1 lakh for sending a cultural troupe, which we have already seen, people. You need to take prior HR approval. Explain the rules relating to the remittance made by person other than individuals requiring approval of RBI as provided in Schedule 3 of FEMA. Okay, what does it say? Commission to get agents abroad for sale of residential flats or commercial plots in India, $25,000 or 5% of inward remittance, whichever is higher. Remittances for consultancy services, people, infrastructure 10 million, any other consultancy 1 million. Remittance by way of reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses 5% of the inward remittance or $1 lakh, whichever is higher. That's the maximum. Next one. Now Pranab wishes to transfer the proceeds from selling his property in Singapore to his bank account in India. As per the provisions of FEMA, which of the following statement is most accurate regarding his ability to do so? This one we have already seen. He can freely transfer if he had acquired it while he was a PROI or he inherited from a PROI. Mr. L was employed as a fashion designer in Elegant Textile Limited, a public limited company in Gurugram, India during the financial year 23-24. He had efficiently provided his services for 183 days during the above said period. On 1st April 2024, Mr. H, the human resource manager of Jeff Fashions Limited, Paris, offered him a better employment opportunity in such company. On 2nd April 2024, Mr. L left India for taking up the employment as a production controller at Jeff Fashion Limited in Paris. On 30th April, he flew back to India for just 10 days family function in Manali, India. In light of the provisions of FEMA, the residential status of L will be what? On his return for attending the family function on 30th April, just 10 days doesn't make any difference. He will still be considered as PROI only for the 10 days also. In case instead of vacation he joins an employment in Indian company, any person who comes into India for those three purposes, he will be treated as what? PRI, because you are coming into India for the purpose of employment. If you are coming into India for those three purposes, you will be treated as PRI. So if he is coming into India for taking up an employment, then his residential status will become PRI. Okay, see here, Rashida Qureshi is an Indian national. The following events occurred in sequence. 5th April 2025, Rashida departed India to take up full-time employment with a luxury fashion house in Milan, Italy. September 2025, Rashida returned to India briefly 12 days to attend her sister's wedding. Sema. What is Rashida's residential status under the provisions of FEMA? From 5th April 2025 onwards, during the period of her employment in Milan, does her 12-day stay to India for wedding in September 25 affect her status? What is her residential status, people? When she left to Milan, whenever you are going abroad for the purpose of employment, if you are going out of India for those three purposes, you are considered as what, people? PROI. Now, what is it so important, people? Now, once for all, I'll take up this whole discussion. Why I said even in the previous place also, I'll take up this question a little while later. Now, the question is, people, let us imagine if a person is traveling abroad on 1st April 2026. The question is, when will he be considered as PROI? Is it from the day he travels or is it from the next day of his travel? That is, now let us imagine this is the day of travel. He left India on 1st April. So, for this day, is he a PRI or PROI? Now, this is a question, right? Now, if you look at a lot of RTPs, MTPs, previous question papers, there is a lot of confusion with this regard. I'll try to give you some clarity. I'll try to tell what is the interpretation taken by ICAI in various places. First, people, I'll take you to the language used in the textbook, what they have used, along with an example used in the textbook. Because remember, what is given in your RTPs, MTPs or questions versus what is given in textbook, the textbook will always outweigh the other things, correct? Now, according to the textbook, what does it say? According to the textbook, people, the interpretation is simple. If I have to answer as per textbook, the day you are leaving India, that day you will consider as if you are in India only. So, if you are leaving India on 1st April 2026, you will be considered as PRI until 1st April. From 2nd April 2026, you will be treated as a PROI. This is the language used in the textbook. Next one. Let us imagine if a person is coming into India on 1st April 2026. Again, people, as per our textbook, the day you are traveling into India, from that day only you are treated as PRI. If it is for the purpose of employment, let us imagine if I am taking up my employment on 1st April 2026. Now, the day I come into India, I will be treated as PRI only. So, the day of travel into India, the day of travel from India, both the days we will have to take it as PRI. This is not my interpretation, this is your textbook interpretation. Now, that will be clear here. See, there is an example given by the textbook. If a person resides in India for more than 182 days during the financial year 2020-21, then for the financial year 21-22, the person will be an Indian resident. For financial year 2021, one will have to consider residence during the year 1920 and so on. However, there are two exceptions. Now, what is that? Now, see here. It states that if a person leaves India in any of the three purposes, meaning employment or business or any uncertain reason, he will not be a PRI, he will be a PROI. Okay. Thus, in the example given for the first limb, if a person leaves in India on 1st November 2021, if a person leaves India on 1st November 2021, he will be a non-resident from 2nd November 2021. Even though his number of days, that is okay, we know. Similarly, if a person goes and stays out of India for carrying on any business, he will be a PROI from that date. For financial year 21, the person will be PRI. See, for the financial year 21-22, the person will be PRI till 1st November. He will then be a PROI. Is this clear, all of you? This is my textbook language, meaning clearly given as per my textbook. It is not, I have not taken any MTP, RTP interpretation here. This is what is given in the textbook. Now see here. Now see the person coming into India. If a person comes to India on 1st June 2021 for the purpose of employment, he will be a PRI from 1st June 2021. So what is the textbook interpretation? Textbook interpretation is simple. The day you come into India, the day you leave India, both has to be taken as PRI. The next day onwards it can be PROI. I mean in the other case. Now, why am I saying this specifically? Very unfortunate people. When textbook language is clear, but now if you look at our book language, people, in some places they have said take it from the day he leaves only he will be a PROI. In some places they have given take it from the next day he will be a PROI. The language is very unclear because in RTPs they have given in one way, in PYQs they have given in one way. According to me, it is unfair. Sir, now what should we follow? Please follow what is there in the textbook, because if you write the other way also, people, you can always be entitled for moderation because you are writing as per textbook. That is what you are bound by. Correct, all of you. Now see. See, this is you are given in your your RTPs, MTPs, and all these things. Rashida left on 5th April 2025. Yeah. Now, what are they telling you? See here, Rashida departed India on 5th April. So, what they are telling you here is, accordingly, Rashida became PROI with effect from 5th April 2025 only. This is what I am telling you. Interpretation given in book is one and in MTP RTP is one. According to me, this is wrong. You need to take that interpretation because textbook language overrides your RTPs, MTPs language. Yes or no? All these are related only. Now, the fifth question I said we'll do it later, right? Mr. X had resided in India for less than 182 days. He arrived in India on April 1st, 2023 to conduct business and intends to leave. So we saw this question, right? We saw resident and he is considered as 365 days, right? Now why did we take it as 365? If at all the day he is coming into India, if you are not counting him, then it will become 364. See, again in one of the places, this is the interpretation taken by ICAI. Again, which is unfortunate if you ask me. Correct? I hope you are understanding. That is what I am trying to tell. So what I am trying to tell you is what are the different interpretations given by our own institute in various places versus what are we supposed to write. And I am showing you the evidences in various places that the institute has used this interpretation. Okay, next one, see. Mr. B is a person okay. Mr. V is a person of Indian origin who had moved to USA along with his wife in 1998 and had been living there until 2024. He was holding joint bank accounts with his wife. On the demise of his wife on 17 November 2024, he had returned permanently to India on 24th November 2024. He also inherited his wife's money after her death, which got transferred to his bank account in USA. After a few days of his return to India, he has paid premium from the bank account in USA of his insurance policies, which he had taken when he was in USA, referring to the provision. See, one is section 6.4. After coming back to India, whatever money you have earned as a PROI, those accounts, those funds, those things you are free to invest, you are free to transfer anything. And second thing, whatever is inherited, both are exempted from capital account transactions. Absolutely fine. Okay, what is this part here? In the given question, Mr. V is permanently returned to India on 24th November. Hence, he will be treated as person resident in India from 24th November 2024. Correct? So that day they are taking as the person is resident in India only. Whereas there is one more question where they have taken other way around again. I'll show you when that question comes. I think it is about to come. So, from exam point of view, remember this people. The day of coming into India, the day of leaving India, I will consider both as PRI from exam point of view. From the next day onwards, that impact will change. Especially for a person when you are taking as PROI. Today I am PRI. From the next day onwards, I will become a PROI. The day of travel is considered as PRI only. This is clear? Okay. Next one, sir. Dr. Ronak, a renowned lyricist and a folk singer, wants to perform with his musicians across the world on a cultural tour. Again, same thing, people. Ministry of Human Resource and Development. Okay, Ronak has inquired from you that for which of the following purpose he is allowed to draw foreign exchange. For Nepal, remittance of 50,000 for lottery winnings, remittance for purchase of sweepstakes, brother in Canada. See, at times we need not even read the question. All the other are prohibited transactions, right? Ronak desires to remit $150,000 for payment of prize money to the winning team in cricket tournament in Canada. He needs to obtain the approval from which of the following? What are the people? Is it required of people? $150,000. First of all, he is not a what do you say? Oh, MCQ option itself is not there. Okay. Technically, it comes under what, people? I need to take the approval, right? It comes under Schedule 2. Mr. Amresh has been admitted to a postgraduate program at a foreign university and intends to join soon. The annual course fee is approximately 3,50,000. Kindly advise. See, people, it is beyond 2.5 lakh dollars. It is beyond LRS. However, if you can get an estimate from the college or the university, authorized person can allow you for such drawal even without RBI approval. Kindly advise his parents, we advised. After completing his studies, Mr. Amrish is employed by a joint venture in a foreign company in India. The company intends to send him on a deputation to handle business operations abroad. His family resides in India and he would like to know if he can remit his salary to support their maintenance in India. Possible, no, people, resident but not permanently resident. I can completely transfer net of taxes, the complete salary. I can transfer any foreigner except a foreign citizen or an Indian citizen working on a deputation in India. I can transfer complete money I have earned net of taxes allowed. Define foreign exchange, we have already done this. Rudra Pratap's daughter Payal got admission in a medical college situated in California for fee $225,000. Rudra Pratap contacted his banker to know the procedure, whatever the same thing, people. Mr. Arjun, an Indian resident, had been working abroad for the past 10 years. During his tenure abroad, he acquired foreign currency and held investments in foreign securities. He also inherited a property located in inherited, right? Capital account transaction exempted. Who was a non-resident Indian. After returning to India permanently, Mr. Arjun wishes to understand the provisions under FEMA regarding the ownership and utilization of his foreign assets. He can continue to hold under section 6(4), and also there is an exemption given by RBI, clarification given, whatever I have earned outside India as well as whatever I have inherited from a person who is outside India, those things I need not have to follow the capital account transaction. Rose was an Indian citizen who got a job in a software company in US. She went to US and stayed there for 12 years. During her stay, she purchased, Rose, we already saw out of this question. This we already seen, no? Rose? Mithali Diamonds Limited is a company engaged in business of cutting, polishing and trading of diamonds in and outside India. The company exports the diamond to US. For the last 5 years, the foreign exchange earned by the company in exporting diamonds is as under. I need to take the recent years. 1,25,000 plus 1,10,000 plus 95. I need to take only this. This and all is irrelevant for me. The company wants to give donation of 10,000. I hope you guys can do this, people. Do 1% of this. 1,25,000 plus 1,10,000. How much is it? 1,35,000 plus 2,35,000, 2,40,000, 3.3. into 1%. And how much will that be? 33, I think 3,300. So 3,300 or $55 million, whichever is less. The maximum I can do is 3.3. How much they want to do? 10,000. Possible. The company wants to give donation to an institution. This will help the company. Is it possible? No. The maximum is 3.3. If you want bill above that, people don't write the company cannot do. Write the company can do only after RBI approval. David, an Indian doctor residing in Panjim, Goa, was married to Ruby, another resident in the same profession in 96. The couple had 3 children, Christopher, Sebastian, Aliana. Ruby left India in 2020 with her daughter Aliana and son Sebastian to the US. These people know they write such huge things. We'll see whether Sebastian as well as mother Ruby can be allowed to transfer their respective properties in Chicago, USA and Panjim, India towards achievement of their separate motive. Is it possible? If at all it is earned while you are a PROI, it is possible. And while you are a PRI, you can continue to hold any of the assets in India. So on that interpretation, I will take the first one. What is the answer? They are saying both Sebastian and Ruby can freely sell respective properties allowed, right? That is what we saw. Decide whether both Mr. John and Christopher can act on advice of each other for an investment of $150,000 in BioSeeds Limited, as well as donating 1 year salary to a medical chair abroad respectively. See, if you are doing a salary, right, this comes under your LRS limit. We need to check what is $150,000. This is CA. They have given A or D as an answer. So this is also right. A is also right, it seems. John would not be able to invest 1,50,000 in BioSeeds, although Christopher can very well donate year salary. That is fine. Or Mr. John would not be able to invest 1,50,000 in BioSeeds, although Christopher can donate a year salary to the medical. Technically, the same option they are given twice. That's why they are given A or D. What happened to John? Who is John? Let us try to suggest a company owned by Christopher donate an amount towards sponsoring annual salary of professor at Chicago. The John, the CEO of American company, acting on advice of Mr. Chris, has shown interest to invest 1,50,000 in BioSeeds Limited, an Indian company engaged in plantation and harvest. Not possible, no people. Capital account transaction, prohibited sectors, right? So not possible. Okay. Ms. Smriti, an Indian national, recently won 41 lakh in international online lottery. Prohibited transaction, na? Directly. Heavy loader supplied the required loader vehicles with an invoice value of $350,000 in exchange of allotment of equity capital of same worth in American company. Fred has asked an export agent of 15% of invoice value. People, same thing, no people. What does it come under? We have already seen wholly owned subsidiary. Commission is prohibited, right? It comes under Schedule 1. Pearl was an Indian citizen who got a job in software company in US. She went to US and stayed there for 15 years. During her stay, she purchased the house in US for her residence. Then due to some personal issues, she moved back. Again, same thing, no people, 6-4, whatever. See, this you try to Rattamar. A PRI may hold, own, transfer or invest in foreign currency, security, immovable property situated outside India if such currency, security, property was acquired, held or owned by them when they were PROI or inherited from PROI. ABC Infrastructure and Broadcasting Limited, a Government of India public sector undertaking engaged in infrastructure and satellite television operation, proposed to undertake forex transaction during 25-26. The company needed to make a remittance of USD $18,000 for advertisement and foreign print magazine, being for brand building and not for tourism promotion, foreign investment promotion or international bidding. The company also needed to pay a consultancy fee of 11.5 million to a foreign firm for a highway project. It obtained the in-principle approval for Information Broadcasting Ministry to make the advertisement and also to pay the consultancy fees. Rohan Mehta, a director in EIBL and a resident in India, proposes during 25-26 to remit USD $210,000 for his daughter's higher education abroad, and USD $70,000 as a gift to his sisters residing in Australia. The university where daughter studies requires a tuition fee payment of USD 1,50,000, the balance being for associated education purpose, not required by the institute. He has not made any other remittances during the financial year. Mr. Rohan Mehta inherited a property situated outside India from resident father. The grandfather of Rohan Mehta had purchased the foreign property when he was working outside India. Rohan Mehta seeks your advice, it seems. My God, Rohan Mehta, if AIBL needs to remit USD $18,000 for the corporate advertisement in a foreign print magazine purely for a brand building, not related to tourism promotion, foreign investment promotion or international bidding. In such case, what is the option? They are telling you what, people. What is it? The remittance is freely permissible as it is a current account transaction for business purpose. But the only thing that you need to remember is where they are trying to play with your mind is this. I'll show it to you. This is where they are trying to question. Advertisement in foreign print media for the purpose other than promotion of tourism, foreign investments and international bidding exceeding $10,000 by a state government and its public sector undertaking. So now in the questions here, ABC Infrastructure broadcast a government of India public sector undertaking engaged in infrastructure and satellite television. So it's a PSU. Okay, the company data, and they have given here somewhere, see. Ministry of Finance, Department of Economic Affairs. Correct? Huh? See, this part, we do not have it clearly in our book. The book says which industry you need to get the approval from. But in our case, they have got an approval from a different ministry. So this becomes challenging when we are writing, people. So because they have got the approval, then what else we can say? We have to say it is allowed because it is an MCQ question. Yeah. So MCQ, the answer is a little problem here. The remittance is freely permissible as it is a current account transaction. No, right? It's 18,000. If you look at it, it is coming for what? It is going beyond 10,000. Hello? I hope you are understanding. See? So, according to me, see, this is wrong. According to the book, the approval has to be taken from Ministry of Finance, Department of Economic Affairs and not your ministry. But here they have given it wrong. According to me, this is the answer. Is clear? But they have given us A. Okay. In the light of LRS, which of the following is correct? The entire USD 2.8 can be remitted without approval. Only 2.5 lakh can be remitted under LRS. Prior approval is required for anything beyond that. So 30,000. Education associated remittance of 2 lakh 10, if it is so required by individual, can be remitted freely under LRS. Therefore, only USD 70,000 gift is amount to the USD tuition fee for remittance of USD. So remember, people, in our tuition fees, they have given a split. Some part of it is used by the university. The second part of it is not utilized by the university. So I will take this approach. What is that? Because I don't know what the second part is for. Education, we can take it. Anything other than that, I cannot take it. So up to 2.5, no approval required. Beyond that, RBI approval is required. Choose the correct option from the following regarding to inheritance of foreign property. The inheritance is valid as he has inherited from a person who was validly inherited from a person who was resident outside India. So you can get it from the father or grandfather also. Allowed only, right? XYZ Limited is a reputed Indian construction company which has its operation in multiple countries. The company has earned forex 200 million, 300 million and 400 million during the previous 3 years. In the current year, the company intends to remit the following at the same time. USD 4 million as a contribution to technical institute, 3 million donation as a creation of chair. The directors of the opinion that since not one of the above foreign remittance usually exceeds the, is it right? As I told you people, 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. So 900 million. 1% is how much people is 9 million. Correct? What is the maximum I can transfer? Will be 5 million or 1 percentage. That is in our case 9 million. Whichever is less is 5 million. In our case, how much they are planning to do? They are planning to do 4 million, 3 million, which is coming to 7. Remember, everything put together I need to take. So here it is going beyond 5 people and hence they cannot take up this particular transaction. Exam point of view, one thing if I ask, I think little tricky was this. So these are all the questions that were asked from FEMA people. I have tried to compile everything in one place. I'll give you a link also to download this PDF. You from your end as well, please try to go through. Yes, so you let me know if you want me to do any other chapter. I felt FEMA has been very important. That's why I try to take up the FEMA part. So thank you so much people. Wish you guys the best. See you. Bye-bye.